guys, Chris here, GearNoir on the forums. Good to be back with you. I figured I'd do another shave video today. I won't do them often, like I've mentioned before in my last one, but it'll be fun to do them occasionally. So welcome back to your esteemed place on my towel rack. Hopefully things go as well as they did last time. But today's shave is kind of inspired by the Tangerine Creeper review and shave that Dangerous Don did. He had quite a fun time using that the first time, and then doing it again when he used his brand new shavette, that's an awesome looking one, Don. So I was watching those videos and wishing I could experience the awesomeness that is Tangerine Creeper, but they're gone now, so I can't. So I was thinking, well, what could this guy do to rectify that situation? And I came with my own super lather idea. It took all of a minute to think about, but what I've got is I've got my TOBS Sandalwood Cream, and from Nurse Dave's generous PIF that I received, he sent along a tube of Proraso Green, one of my favorites. So what I'm going to do today is Sandalwood Creeper, the poor man's version. We'll see how it goes. I've never done a super lather before. If we could even call it that, we'll find out. But here we go. Get my sandalwood here. A little to brush up a little bit. And I don't want to get too much, because I don't like wasting too much soap, but I am 30-17ing this TOBS. It's getting kind of boring with the shave, so I'm glad I'm almost done there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but pretty thin donut ring. And what I've done also is in my high-tech shaving bowl, that's actually a baking ramekin borrowed from my wife, I put a little dab of the green in there, so I'm going to mix that with the TOB load, and we'll see how that goes. Put a little water in there. Already smells amazing. Sandalwood Creeper. There's a first time for everything. Maybe this will be my $1 million ticket. Alright. Oh, I did want to mention that some of you I showed on the forums already, that's the shavingcadre.com, that I got a mail call from Spider. That's KJ. He sent me a blade pack and a really cool car. Look at that thing. When I saw it, when he was talking about it on the forums, I thought, like, wow, I don't have any vintage shaving gear that's actually not shaving gear, and I'd like to have a piece of that. And fortunately I won that, and from the pictures and stuff it looked like a little plasticky thing, but no, there's actually some weight to this. It's like die cast metal and all detail, and it's pretty cool. Thanks, KJ. Okay, so I got my load going. There we are, and we're gonna start lathering. So for today's gear, I have this super lather that I mentioned, the Sandalwood Creeper. Kind of has a nice ring to it. Get some more water on there. What else am I using? I'm going to do a couple passes with the feather like normal. And I noticed Don kind of psyched himself out and he mentioned that on his video when he used that new shavette. They can be pretty intimidating. I mean, feather isn't entirely what I classify maybe as a shavette. It's kind of like a cheater's way of a shavette, just because they're so well crafted, and especially having the SS, it's got that little bump that makes things easier. That's really thick. Looks like I used a little bit too much. That's okay. I'm getting this nice cooling effect, and the smell's really good, and getting the best of both, or excuse me, the best of both worlds. If you guys haven't tried TOBS, some of you that are just randomly watching this and haven't experienced much in the way of soaps, both TOBS Sandalwood and Proraso Green are excellent. Really easy to lather, decent slickness. They're pretty much classics. Man, that's still super thick. It's alright, we'll get it off. Look at all that stuff. All that lathery goodness right there. Alright, so I'm going to demonstrate some of the way I do shaving. It won't translate over completely to a DE bladed shavette, the ones that you snap in half or a full blade, but some of it will. So we'll just do some special stuff on the with the grain here, my first pass. Always remember to skin stretch. I take a 2-finger grip, 2 in front of the scales, 2 in back, kind of resting on the tang a little bit there, or the tail maybe you want to call it. And there's the stroke where you can do same hand, same side. It's okay to make funny faces. Let's wash that off. So that's good for same hand, same side. Is good for people who are ambidextrous. That's something I've learned to do in my shaves. It's not something everyone can do. You just kind of either learn that way and adapt to it, or you use only your dominant hand. A lot of people do that, and there's nothing wrong with it either way. But so the other type you can do is kind of this cross-handed thing, where you go opposite hand, opposite side. So let's see if I can do this here. Remember to skin stretch. Find that angle. There it is. Yeah, this is super thick. Hopefully this calms down a little bit over the shave as I add water. Alright, so that was the cheeks. Now same hand, same side for the lip area. There's that one. I like to do my shaves in sections. Maybe it's OCD, maybe it's not. Alright, now I'm going to do opposite hand, opposite side. There we go. Fortunately, I only have one bottom lip side, so I don't split it. So I'm going to do my dominant hand. Always remember to stretch that skin as much as you can, either with your hand that you're not shaving with, your offhand, or making a funny face. It works. and it definitely saves you some getting some cuts. Alright, so same hand, same side on the jaw. Oop, I just nicked myself. Here I thought I knew what I was doing. There it is. Shaving is one of those things you're always learning something. Every shave's a little bit different. Sometimes they go really well, sometimes they don't. Let's see, okay. Opposite hand, opposite side. Part of the problem today is the thickness of my lather. During that super lather I loaded just a little bit too much. But alright, there's that. And wash off real quick. There we go. So the extra water on my face from washing off will help thin this out a little bit more. There we go. So while I'm doing this, oh, that's a good one. Might need the alum on that one. I'll go back to regular shaving now. I'll show a couple more things here in a minute. But one of the things going on the Cadre forums is going around about expensive versus non-expensive razors. And are expensive razors worth the money or not? I don't know. A lot of people have said it already and I agree. It's kind of personal preference. I realized I did 2 with the grain passes on that cheek. I guess I'm more interested in talking today than getting the right shave. That's okay. Switch it up. Something I do want to show you. We'll do it right now. If you ever have touch-up with a shavette or a straight razor, see how that's loaded like that? It's basically like a mini brush. Make your stroke. Hey, that spot needs touch-up. Reverse the stroke. It's a handy little trick. Might hear my son in the background. He's playing Mario Kart, having a rough time. I'm going to be joining him in a few minutes. Skin stretch. So expensive razors versus non-expensive razors. I have never shaved with a premium razor. Anything that was over, well, anything bigger than $100, I'll say that much. My most expensive one that I have right now is actually this. If you've done any researching on shavettes, you know how much these are. And even these, as good as they are not that expensive. I've always been on that lower scale of razors, like even the stainless steel razor that I got from Razorock, the Game Changer. That was a pretty decent entry fee for that one, and I'm super happy with it. Still using it every day. I've got over a week's shaves on it. I have a second pass, we'll wash that off. But, I mean, really any razor can be a, pop up there. Any razor can be an heirloom razor in my opinion. You just got to take care of it and got to teach the person you're passing it on to how to take care of it. I mean, I understand there's some aesthetics involved. Some yeah, personal preference for gaps and whatnot. As long as it gives a good shave and you take care of it, it'll last you. And I don't like Zamok razors, I'll say that much, but even Zamok razors can last quite a long time. There's some that are as old as my vintage brass and nickel Gillettes that are keep on chugging. I don't have one, and like I said, the one I did have got lost due to rot, but that was my own fault. Didn't take care of it like I should have. Alright, so here's that Game Changer. Very nice barber pole handle. Yes, I was waiting a long time for that. And we'll do the against the grain. Looks like my cut's calming down a little bit. That's good. Yeah, so that's some of my thoughts on that. I don't want to say too much, because again, it's all personal preference and there's nothing wrong with that when it comes to shaves. You just gotta find what you like. And I certainly don't hold a grudge against those that can afford those kinds of things. I am actually absolutely happy for them. There is nothing wrong falling on either end of that spectrum, whether you're in the shaves, these kinds of shaves for the fun and enjoyment. On the inexpensive side, you can certainly do that. There's a lot of opportunity for that now with vintages and vendors like Maggards and Razorock. Or whether you're in the higher end side of that enjoyment. Everybody gets good shaves. And everybody has fun. What else is happening? Oh, bingo. Bingo's happening right now. That's exciting. The monkey, John, making some wild calls there, throwing us all for a loop. This is only my second time playing bingo. The first time I was like, how in the heck do you play bingo on a forum? But I'm finding out. And it's a little crazy. Definitely. But a lot of fun too. All right. I think that'll do it. Given my Mr. Murphy visit the first pass, I think I'm going to let things lie as they are. I'll wash off here. And of course do my lather soak. Look at all that goodness. Sandalwood Creeper. And let me just show you some of this. I know you guys like to play with your lather. There it is. Still a little bit thick. Probably could have more water in there. But those are some fine, fine bubbles. It feels darn good. I'm going to be going to work later. It's supposed to reach over 100 again. It was yesterday. So I'll have this to remember. Get me started. Feel that coolness. Alright, wash out my brush while this soaks in a little bit. Apologize for the length of this film. Still getting used to this. Finding the balance between my shaves and this video stuff. Hopefully I wasn't too boring for you. I tend to when I'm looking for words to say, have a lot of verbal fungi like and I kind of repeat myself a lot, make up a lot of stuff. A lot of random bits and facts just to try to fill the space. Don't know why it's like that. I'm working on it. Alright, cold rinse. Very good. Still a little bit rough here and there, but I'll leave it. More to shave tomorrow. Oh, if you're ever interested in how to dry your brushes, most of you already know this that are in the Cadre, but if you're new, like I got my nice wet unformed brush there, it's looking kind of ragged. Got my towel. Start by wiping off the base in my hand so it doesn't slip. What I did was washed it out thoroughly. Then I squeezed it out, into the sink. Shook it out. This is a synthetic, so it's a little bit easier. But towel stropping is super important. This helps dry the brush a lot. And also helps reshape the fibers back into the proper knot shape. Just kind of a wax on, paint the fence kind of thing. Paint the fence. And if you did it right, not so bad. Alright, today to finish up, I'm going to do my homemade Brut decant. I actually got this as the Splash on Fragrance, the frag, because I couldn't find the aftershave. And so eventually what I did is I got some generic witch hazel and some extra like minty green isopropyl rubbing alcohol, and mixed those with the Brut fragrance, and came up with an aftershave that I decanted. Really nice stuff. It's nice and fresh, and works really good. I'll do the thumb trick. Get some nice see, no leakage. Well, not enough to be significant. I don't have to worry about. No stitches like poor Don. He didn't really need stitches, but at least I hope not. There it is. Well, it's been very nice hanging out with you guys again. Once again, you can find me, Chris, GearNoir, at the forums, shavingcadre.com, theshavingcadre.com, and occasionally I'm at the other place, badgerandblade.com, but I'm really finding myself gravitating more toward the Cadre. It's just a really great group of people, men and women. We've got some vendors. You guys check those out, and definitely, if you can't join in on the bingo fun, at least watch it. It's pretty crazy what's going on in there. And I'll catch you guys at the next video. Have a good day.